Good morning, my YouTube friends. Alright, we're out here in the garden today, and I wanted to show you guys some natural fertilizers that we actually use and which you could use too as well. Fully 110% organic. Look at the rosas are coming in. These are looking plump. Ready to start picking those. My kids like coming out here and eating these. They pick them and just, they like tangy. Kids normally like that. Look at the yam. This is the ube yam. It took over the papaya. And look at it. Trying to find another tree to run everything. Oh, and this papaya have a lot of, this is solo papaya, a bunch of papayas up there. Yeah, but in this video, my food forest is totally organic. I'm a firm believer in using everything organic and stuff from within my food forest to feed the food forest. And from doing that, it works because the food forest is so lush, beautiful. Somebody asked me the other day if I do I have pests in the food forest. Yeah, you've seen little pests here and there, but nothing overwhelming. Like let me just show you stuff that we see sometimes here, which most time is on the lower leaves of the guava. I see this, but not on the leaves. The leaves that's more in the shaded area. Let me see. See that, like you have like these white flies, but most time is on the lower leaf. You won't find it on the upper leaves here. Always clear. But most time the lower leaves that's in the shaded area. At a food forest, you'll find that. But let's walk over to what we really here for and show you my organic fertilizers. That we use and create right here. Right here, if you look, we have a nice bowl of rabbit manure. This rabbit, this is actually the rabbit droppings with the pea mix. The smell of this is potent. Another way we actually fertilize stuff is using chop and drop. The banana, we just harvest some bananas the other day. We use this to actually just chop around. It breaks down, create good environment for this is my young, I think this is my M4. Let's see. I think it's Venus. Below the Venus here we have bunch of chop and drop. We do that regular to run through the food forest. Let's walk over here. See more. If you look right here again. Chop and drop everywhere. And then let me just show you even more stuff. Over here. See this? This is grass clippings. So when we cut the grass, at the front of the yard, we have more. The bananas, the leaves are just chopped and drop, and look how beautiful the plants back here are. Like beautiful. So if I need even more chop and drop, I just chop the one of these bananas and just chop it up. And look, even right here, the ground. One of the best things is to keep the ground cover. You don't want bare soil. Either it's like grow your weeds, let it cover it up, or you use your chop and drop, cover the ground. Okay, if you lift this up right now, guys, the amount of life form you see underneath these leaves, breaking it down. And the funny thing about Florida, all of these guys, within 2 months, this is gone. Like, you don't see nothing. The soil has eat it up completely. Yeah, everything breaks down and there's nothing there. That's so fast. That's one of the challenges too in Florida, is you gotta always try and keep the soil cover, because if you leave it like this, it's gonna be this bare, sandy looking soil with no life. So you always have your chop and drop going and stuff. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's right here again. The bananas. All of this chop and drop. Alright, but let's show you something else. What we did, beautiful. The white, cranberry hibiscus. Not cranberry, the white roselle. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, the cluster. White. Yeah. Yep. All right, let's walk through here. Same thing here. Right here is beaming with life. Alright, you see this, look at this seedling. This is seedling Rallinia, and this is just loving this environment beside the bananas. It's probably getting a lot of water from the bananas, and it's getting extremely big. But let's look. Alright, let's show you some more natural fertilizer that we have here. Look at this goodness, guys. You're probably wondering, what is this? This is, you see all the bananas we harvest in our previous videos. This is all the skins. I just drop here in some rainwater. I'm just leaving it here to break down and just be ready. Let me see if I can stir it around and show you. Let me find a stick. Yeah, look at this. All goodness. If even the water feel like gelatin from all the skins they're breaking down. Yeah, so banana is packed with potassium. Yeah, so I know a lot of times, sometimes y'all trying to figure out like what fertilizer I could use that's just natural and organic. Guys, this is banana peels is one of the easiest, most natural fertilizer you can use in your garden. Yeah. One of the easy thing about this, guys, it breaks down quick, and provide the key nutrients for your plants. Yeah. Some of the things, alright, I think we know, but say, banana leaves is packed, with potassium. Yeah. You also have your calcium, magnesium, and I think there's a lot more trace minerals in this too. As I said, something popular using like the Asian gardening method. Yeah. So this is something you could do. As my channel is always trying to show you guys a simple ways of gardening. It's a garden though, have to actually break the bank. A lot of times people believe they have to like spend a lot of money to actually garden. This is something you just go buy bananas from the store, guys. May not have all the trace minerals like my bananas here. My bananas are grown right here in the food forest. As we talked there, you could see there's one pushing out right there. Let me show you. Right. See there? Let's see. Let's zoom in. Alright, I think you could see right here. That's a new one. That's pushing. I didn't want. It's so weird because I just. We just harvested a big rack of banana from that area. Yeah. Yep. Even another. Just the fruit waste. Kitchen waste, like you cut up your fruits and you have the extra skin, throw all of that stuff, guys, in water and just leave it, let it break down. It's gonna break down extremely fast. Even another way to do the bananas, guys, is you could dry them, and then you like blend it out in a powder form, and you could sprinkle it all over, around the base of your plants, Yep, you won't have no problem with burning and all that stuff with this natural way of gardening. Yeah, it works, guys. People been using this stuff for generations, in different parts of the world. So I just encourage you guys to just go natural. It's simple. It costs you nothing. You buy your bananas on a whole. You buy, just buy a few bananas from the store, save the skins, and you have your homemade organic fertilizer. Doesn't get any better than that. Yep. So we're back here in the back part of the food forest, and it's so relaxing. But I just wanted to just come and share that with you guys. All right, so guys, all be blessed with peace, love, happiness, and kindness. One love. Thank you guys for always supporting the channel. I appreciate everything. Get big on using the skin of the bananas to make fertilizer. So this is something you could do. I know you probably don't grow your own banana, but when you eat a banana, save the skins, pack up the skins, and just have a bucket of water and just leave it there. I'm gonna leave this for maybe another week, and just keep adding water. Like, I think it's like the dry season we're going into now, so I'm gonna leave this for another week, let stuff break down a little bit more, and then I'm gonna start pouring around the mangoes, and stuff. So this is one of the way simple, costs you nothing